97underground.com, Baltimore's pure rock.
Hi, this is Michael Spedden, 97underground.com, Baltimore's pure rock worldwide. Welcome to our YouTube page where you can find all of the national and local band interviews from my show, www.youtube.com/97underground, Michael Spedden. Remember, the Back of the Rack is now on every Monday from 2 to 4 p.m. Eastern Time and on Wednesday from 2 to 4 a.m. Eastern Time for the replay. Download the free app from 97underground.com and listen anytime, anywhere. And hit that like and subscribe button and allow notifications so you'll know whenever a new episode launches. Enjoy the interview. Hey, folks, Michael Spedden here, host of The Back of the Rack on 97underground.com, Baltimore's pure rock worldwide. Today, Escape the Hive has returned to the show. They were guests, I guess, about 2 years ago now, and they've just put out a great new album, and we're going to talk about that. They have a great website, escapethehiveofficial.com, that has all of their shows, tickets, merchandise, their press kits on there. A lot of information about the band. We're going to play two of their new singles on the show. And, they have a brand new drummer. Rich Hinshaw has just joined Escape the Hive. So we have lots of great things to talk about on the show. I think you're really going to enjoy this interview. Remember, the Back of the Rack is on every Monday from 2 to 4 p.m. Eastern. Our replay is every Wednesday from 2 to 4 a.m. Eastern. Don't forget to download our free app and you can listen anytime, anywhere. And our YouTube channel, youtube.com/@97underground Michael Spedden, where you can find all kinds of great interviews like this one. So without further ado, please welcome back to the show, Escape the Hive. And welcome back to the Back of the Rack, the Michael Spedden Show here on 97underground.com, Baltimore's pure rock worldwide. We're here today. We have a couple of guys that have returned to the show. I guess they didn't want to escape or anything from me, but they're Escape the Hive. And they are back. They are back with a brand new album. And I've heard some of the songs off of it. And the last album they put out was great. And it looks like this one is going to be too. So we have Michael Beck, Paul Williams, Conrad Varela, and Rich Hinshaw with us today of Escape the Hive. So welcome, guys. Good to have you back. Great. So it looks like you've got plenty of good news for us here. So where do you want to start?
Yeah, the beginning. We got a lot going on. There's a new record. The new single actually came out today. New lyric video will be in first part of next month. We got a bunch of shows. We just played we did kind of a last minute, I don't know what you call it. We call it a live listen. We just did that Saturday and we played the whole new record live for just like an invited guest audience.
Awesome.
Yeah, it went over really well. We were.
That's great. Well, I can't imagine why it wouldn't go over well. That's awesome. So you invited people that I guess close to the band, people who've been following you for a while.
Yeah, lots of industry people. It was kind of that, and then some people from around here since we did it here.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it really went over well, and we were looking for. We didn't just want to play the material, which we did, but we also really wanted feedback. From the people that were there, and I wasn't counting on it to all be good. Throw your head in the noose, you get what you get.
Right,
but we heard a lot of recurring themes. So
well, very good. That's great to hear that you got this good positive feedback and everything. Makes me looking forward to hearing makes me want to hear the rest of the album even more now. And
I want to put it out there and sooner.
So what is the new album going to be called?
Fight or Flight.
Fight or Flight. That's okay. Great. Fight or Flight. And was there any kind of obviously Fight or Flight? Did anything inspire that title or?
Yeah, it involved a gang. No, it's just kind of the mode that we're in right now. When especially when you have been on tour a lot this year. So, for a band like us that's, out there and on the road, you're kind of always in that mode.
Mm-hmm. Oh, I'm sure.
We kind of travel as a gang.
Yeah. I can see that. Yeah, I can see that. You're traveling, and look, you've got a number of shows coming up here. I was just looking at your schedule for the for the immediate future here. So tell us, it looks like you've got one a place called Cactus Jack's in Phoenix. Tell us about that place.
Killer venue. Kind of off. I mean, it's off of Phoenix more, but Ahwatukee. Yeah, Ahwatukee. Killer spot. Kind of recently went under new ownership, and they've been doing a phenomenal job with it.
Looks like a mini rainbow.
It kind of does look like a mini rainbow. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, but great sound, phenomenal sound guy, just a good vibe, and very diverse when it comes to their musical selection, which is, I mean, kind of important and prominent in keeping a venue open anymore for live music. But it really creates an eclectic crowd and an eclectic vibe. And it's a really cool local spot for sure.
Excellent. And then it looks like you're going to be going into Tempe, Arizona. You've got a show with Once Bitten at the Marquee Theater.
Yeah, that's with basically members of Great White. So I'm looking forward to always hearing that catalog. I love that band from that era, and so we're definitely looking forward to that. That's going to be a big one.
Yeah, that sounds good. That sounds like it too. It looks like
There is a really cool venue in Tempe. Super cool.
the
That spot.
Marquee Theater looks like a great place too.
It is.
Yeah.
We've played there. Played there with Faster Pussycat. We played there with the Iron Maidens. So we've been in there before. It's just such a great room. So we're really happy to go back.
Wonderful. And then it looks like you're going to be in the Rhythm Room in October with the Thomas James Band and Plum.
Yeah.
And that's in Phoenix, more proper Phoenix, but it's kind of a legendary room.
It's an intimate setting.
Yeah.
And we're playing with friends. Those bands we're friends with them. So it'll be a good time.
Plum. It's
Upcoming local young talent.
yeah. They won they placed in the Alice Cooper
Proofs in the Pudding music competition. Yeah.
so last year. So it should be a good show, and again in a really cool room. We're all the places that we're playing are most of them are new venues or ones that we've played multiple times before, which is kind of a good contrast.
That's great. Wonderful. And I'm also seeing too, you're going to be going into Albuquerque in October at the Overtime Sports Bar and Grill.
Yeah, there's a tattoo convention thing, so we're going to tackle Conrad and get a full back piece on his.
Absolutely. 100%.
Well, that's of course. Why wouldn't you? Why not? Why wouldn't you? And then after the first of the year, you've got some shows lined up too at the Rebel Lounge. It looks like
Back in Phoenix.
back in Phoenix.
A lot of bands, especially from Baltimore, that were touring out here, will recognize a room called the Mason Jar. It was the whiskey of Phoenix. I mean, it's just a legendary room, and it's now called Rebel Lounge. And so that'll be our first time in that room. So that'll be cool.
Wonderful. Well, it looks like you got a schedule building up here, with a great new album out and everything. And so it sounds like things are just, full of good news here. And that's always great to hear.
Yeah, in November we're going to be with Texas Hippie Coalition in Oklahoma, just getting on tour with them. That one's a good one.
Because I like to call them the Massachusetts yuppie group.
They're hard. They're great.
Yeah.
Really cool dudes. Super cool.
Yeah, Rich knows the bass player.
Yeah.
So we're doing some dates on their tour, it's going to be a blast.
Well, that's great to hear. I've heard good things about that band. I can't say I'm particularly familiar with them yet, but I have heard good things about them, and I hope that I think those shows will definitely be.
I think they call themselves Red Dirt Metal.
Okay, wonderful.
So we'll fit in there somewhere. It should be good.
I'm sure you will. I'm sure you will. So why don't we give one of your new songs a spin? Which one would you like to play? You've sent me two of them.
Sting.
Yeah, this one just came out today. They released on all digital platforms today.
Sticks and stones can break my bones, but nothing stings like the truth. With a bullet in my neck and a knife on my heart, put a gun in my face, pull the trigger, let's start.
Well, great. Well, it looks like you have a new member on board with you now. Rich, welcome aboard to Escape the Hive. Great to see you there. Um, so what have you done in the past? Tell us about what you've done and where you've been and what you're doing now.
Yeah, I mean, these guys picked me up out of the local scene. I was playing with Paul in many of our kind of cover band things that we do to survive and pay the bills while we, you know, be musicians and all that.
Mm-hmm.
So when this kind of came up, I jumped on it because it's just like a great group of dudes and it's been a really good fit. I've loved the creative process, obviously, and just my background was in kind of drumline and education, but then I've always been playing kit. I did a couple like Rush tribute, or I've done other tribute acts to kind of get my skills up as it were. I've been drumming since I was 7 years old, and it was just like I was ready to kind of get in something where we could, take a shot at it. So here it is, and I'm jumping on it with both hands and feet and going.
Well, congratulations. Yeah, I was listening to the material, and again, Paul, I mean, you remember the last time I interviewed you, and I just could not get over the incredible, just the awesome rhythm section.
Yeah.
Just such, well done. The songs are just so well driven, and it's the case now too. I mean, I really think you've got Rich. You're a great fit, and congratulations again. On the new gig.
Thanks, man.
Yeah, it was kind of cool the way it worked out. Paulie had been, when we knew we were going to need a touring drummer, which is how it started because AD had some other commitments.
Right.
And so we had talked about it, and Paul had mentioned, hey, I got this guy that I played with a couple of times and I think would work. And then AD actually recommended him as well. So, it kind of seemed to fit before we even really got it to fit.
Yeah, I'd spoken to AD because I had noticed that he wasn't in your stuff that you were posting anymore. So
Yeah.
I texted him, and he did. He had mentioned that he's doing some other things right now, but he spoke very highly. He goes, I'm not doing it right now, but I helped pick out a guy who's just awesome for it. So
He did.
Yeah. Oh, he did. He did. He said, sang some praises about you for sure.
Yeah, I was honored, man. And he came out the other night when we were playing and just kind of gave it up to us and encouraged us and all that. It was really great.
Torch.
Yeah, it was really great to connect with him, like right on scene, And I don't know, it's just been nothing but cool. He's been cool to me and the whole project.
Well, it's great. And again, you all are a great band. I mean, from listening to the material, on the last album, I played it quite a bit on my show, and I got some nice compliments. And who's that? I was like letting people know, whenever I get a new band on, and I do like to showcase a lot of people, indie, local, people that are, have new material out and everything to kind of share it along. So
We appreciate that.
Thank you.
Absolutely.
yeah, definitely. So, I tell you what, it looks like, why don't you sent me another song called Around the Sun.
Yeah.
You want to tell me about that?
Well, every day we're just slowly going around this big thing in the sky, and felt really inspired at the
Some of us
time.
faster than others.
Yeah. And in Arizona, the sun plays a very prominent role in our day-to-day lives.
I would say.
It's really guitar driven, especially right out of the gate. You hear the lick. I mean, once we hear the lick, we're like, okay, this is a killer song. It was just a matter of getting it down and putting it on tape, getting it out.
Yeah, that was the first single that dropped in May. It was May?
Mhm.
Yeah. In May, well, actually when we were on tour. So that worked out pretty well. And we were playing that song for a while before we even recorded it. So that's kind of the nice thing about this whole record is that we've had the opportunity to tour on these songs where we didn't get a chance to do that on the first record. So, live stuff just kind of morphs itself how it's going to happen. and it's
Follows in real time.
yeah. It definitely, a lot of these songs have really evolved, and being on the road is either a chore or it's not. But
yeah.
Thankfully, and for myself, having these guys to stand in front of is great musically, but to have them in the van is equally great, and that feeds into what we're doing on stage. We all get along. There's no head case drama, black cloud, black flag type stuff.
Well, not yet.
Never too late to start.
Maybe tomorrow.
There's nothing worse than toxicity in a band, I can tell you.
Yeah.
Mhm.
And we've all had a case of that
In the
Mhm.
past.
in the past.
Yeah, in our history.
Right.
That's why we're here now.
Yeah.
The road definitely inspires, though, too. I mean, it is amazing getting to see what works and what doesn't, because we're egotistical musicians. We love all of our ideas, and then the audience is going to tell you which ones are actually good and which ones aren't. So actually, yeah, and then one of them we wrote on the road.
Oh, that's
too.
right.
We were on the Platte River.
Yeah, up in Nebraska.
Up in Nebraska, and chilling, listening to these what are those boats called? They've got these
the airboats.
the airboats, dude.
1,000 horsepower.
Yeah.
LS motors. These are sick.
Kind of hanging. We had a couple days off, and
Mhm.
a friend of mine that lives up there, and we took over his basement basically.
We had a go-kart race at midnight.
Golf cart.
Golf cart.
I wish they were go-karts.
Yeah.
That was awesome.
But you'll hear a little bit of what we brought home on tour.
Right.
in
Oh,
this
okay.
record. So
Yeah. That was-
Well, great.
that was-
Well, awesome. Well, let's give this a spin here. This is Around the Sun.
Well, now the rubbers hit the road. Just when I left my fears and feel a bit astonished. But now I'm ready to shift gears. So goodbye, you're leaving. This little trip around the sun. So goodbye, now I'm breathing, and the world is getting colder, but the best is yet to come. Watching problems as they mount. I'm the last one to figure it all out now. Just feeling so abused. I think I'm tired of being used. So goodbye, you're leaving. This little trip around the sun. So goodbye, now I'm breathing. And the world is getting colder. Cold.
excellent, excellent. So I've heard that you had mentioned, or actually, somebody had told me here that's in this room, that Conrad, you've doing some work with Alice Cooper. Let's tell us.
He's a cool cat. I mean, it's incredible getting to work with one of those guys that you grew up like listening to his tunes beyond just the radio. I mean, movies, commercials. I mean, he's more of like an icon, an image, a persona, rather just a musician. But I've been very, very fortunate enough to share the stage with him a couple times, affiliated with Alice Cooper Solid Rock Teen Center down here in Phoenix, and now Mesa, and now Goodyear. It's just been incredible. I mean, the fact that I can even say that I have stories from the road and getting to travel with him and just play these really, really cool stages and events. I mean, he has a celebrity golf tournament every year, Coop Stock. We do Christmas pudding. We've done halftime shows at the Suns games here in Phoenix, and it's just been absolutely incredible. And then this most recent record that came out, The Revenge of Alice Cooper, I've got a solo on Famous Face that very grateful to Michael Bruce for kind of placing that and making that all happen. We used some vintage gear of his on it, and yeah, give it a listen after you listen to the latest release from Escape the Hive.
Right.
Yeah, a lot of his gear is on the Escape the Hive record.
Yeah.
Oh, great. Well, tell us an Alice Cooper story from being out,
I know. I got to Well, I don't have any like boa constrictor stories. Yeah. The thing about Alice is just, he now obviously I'm sure the Alice Cooper that I know and love now is probably a different Alice Cooper than the stories, the 70s Alice. But he's just one of the most stand-up, loving, charismatic rock stars you'll ever meet. I mean, the minute he's in the room, he will give the shirt off his back to you. He's and incredibly knowledgeable, incredibly well spoken. I mean, I really don't have enough to say. Being in the room with Alice was seeing him play at it was Chin at the time, but a huge music venue out here, and it's very interesting getting to see kind of both sides and separating the persona from the person.
Yeah.
Because I mean, on stage he's Alice Cooper. It's incredible, mega show with stage antics and a guillotine and a head flying off and a boa constrictor, and now it's he's just another super awesome stand-up dude.
He's not ego driven. He's not. I mean, what are you going to shock him with?
I know. Yeah.
He does a lot locally for the kids, man.
Right.
Like
Tons
here in town.
Yeah. Right. And that's the thing, a lot of people, and I guess over the years, the on-stage persona, the scary guy and everything. But I've heard those things about him, about how, he's very, very active in a lot of great causes that go on. He's a very, fairly generous person when it comes to helping out charities. Loves his golf, from what I understand.
Yeah.
And is just into all kinds of really positive things for people. And well into his 70s and still going for it, which is just incredible too.
Oh, I mean, he's doing 100 dates a year. I mean, he's not doing 6 dates a year.
No, it's
yeah.
The lifestyle. I mean, clean, kind of full 180 lifestyle. Is it's shows. Although then you've got Ozzy, who just was living life at 120 with a speedometer and went up to 100. And just and still gave it his all. Up until the last moment. So, yeah, these guys they're just built different.
Well, wonderful. What a great opportunity, and congratulations on that.
Thank
again.
You.
What that's absolutely wonderful. So, you were telling me that your new album is coming out, and you have plans on releasing even more singles. Did you want to tell us about that for a bit?
Yeah, we're gonna do it a little bit different than we did the last record. Where we put out we did it more the traditional way before on This Is Gonna Sting, which was our debut, where I think we did 1 or 2 singles, and then we put out the record, and then we did the rest. For this one, we're going to continue to put out singles until into, early next year. And then the record will come out as a whole. So we got Around the Sun that came out, Stinks Like the Truth that just came out today. And then the next single in October, right before Halloween, is going to be a song called Skin and Bone.
Okay.
That we're really excited about. That one.
Barn burner,
Yeah.
as 80 Adams quoted.
Yeah. and that one gets a lot of attention live. So we're anxious to put that one out. And that'll probably take us through the end of the year. And then we'll
Drop the vinyl.
Reassess from there.
yeah.
Well, wonderful, wonderful. Well, this is all great news, fellas, and I'm really happy. Congratulations on the new album coming out and the dates that you have coming up, and your, not only your shows around Arizona and New Mexico, but also your road dates coming up with Texas Hippie Coalition. Keep in touch and let us know how things are going for sure.
Sure. Absolutely. We so appreciate you giving us the opportunity. Absolutely.
Oh, absolutely. Anytime. So, folks, remember, escapethehiveofficial.com. You can find out about the band. You can find all their dates as they come and as they come to be. You can shop their merchandise. You can buy all kinds of great things on their website.
Tour merch.
Enjoy it.
Get
Please
tour
do.
merch.
Well, that's the thing I always say, support our artists. Not only do CDs and T-shirts and everything make great gifts, tickets to shows and the whole other thing makes great experiences, things you'll never forget. So folks, we got people working hard in this line of work to put out great things, and Escape the Hive is no different. So thanks for listening, folks. We'll be back right after these words. We've had Escape the Hive with us here. You're listening to The Back of the Rack, the Michael Spedden Show here on 97underground.com, Baltimore's Pure Rock Worldwide. We'll be back right after these words. All right, folks, thanks for tuning in and listening, and hope you enjoyed today's interview. Remember, The Back of the Rack is on every Monday from 2 to 4 p.m. Eastern, and our replay is every Wednesday morning from 2 to 4 a.m. Eastern Time on 97underground.com, Baltimore's Pure Rock Worldwide. You can download our free app and listen anytime, anywhere. Also, don't forget our YouTube channel. Hit the like and subscribe button and allow for notifications so you'll be the first to know whenever new episodes air. Thanks for listening. We'll see you next time.
Log on and crank it up. The station your mother warned you about. 97underground.com.